Hello friends, teachers, Doran Christensen here. We're looking at Mosiah 18 today. This is one of the most famous chapters in the Book of Mormon. Because there's a doctrinal mastery reference in here, there will be two lessons about this, today and tomorrow. This first one is more about understanding the baptismal covenant, and then tomorrow's lesson would be more about living that covenant, more of the practical component. I did appreciate this call-out box with the reminder that we want to highlight relevance wherever we can. So be thinking of opportunities to ask the question, how might this be similar to our experiences today? Or how does this truth apply to your life? And just to show that the teachings and doctrines of the Book of Mormon are relevant in our day. Now we're almost to the end of the school year, and if you're like me, you're wondering what can I do to end strong, to do something different. Sometimes I like to peruse through the lessons and see, is there a part of the lesson that stands out that I can lead up to? That if I know this is coming at the end, maybe I could do something earlier on in the lesson. I had a thought today, so I'm brainstorming with you. I hope it's helpful whether you use this idea or whether you don't. Hopefully it stirs the pot of revelation that would be a blessing to your students. So here's my perusal here. Start with your baptism is a section, and then we're going to look at what does we learn about baptism from Mosiah 18. We're going to highlight the verses that are the doctrinal mastery references that talk about the specific covenants and blessings. Then we'll talk about keeping the baptismal covenant. And about this point, I came across this idea that is promoted where we maybe would watch 3 different videos. That's not something that we do often, but this could be kind of fun. These are short and sweet. Each of them are pretty short and interactive. And so I thought, well, this could be fun. So what if I were to start class by saying, today we're going to, it's a little movie day. But these are our inspirational message movies days. We're going to watch a couple of these. It's going to be kind of a fun day. So get your spiritual popcorn and get ready. But we want to prepare to be reviewers. So I might tell the quick story about when I was young, and maybe some of you remember this. There was a famous show on TV called Siskel and Ebert. They reviewed movies. They just talked through movies, and they were movie critics. But this is a popular show, so a lot of people watched this and learned about the movies in advance. And so you can ask students, you know, where do you go if you want to learn what a movie is about in advance? And how do you become a good reviewer of a movie? And so we're going to say, now we're going to teach you how to do this. So first of all, we need a lens. So I might just go up here to the beginning of the lesson where we're getting into the scriptures and say, we just need a lens here. And so let's look in the first few verses to see what Alma is teaching the people, what's going on. And so students are going to look for and maybe mark what Alma's teaching, what's going on. Then we're going to highlight the baptismal covenant. And so we'll go to Mosiah 18, 8 through 10, make sure it's marked in proper doctrinal mastery style, and have students mark what we commit to do and the blessings that come for following that baptismal covenant, and say, these are the things that we're going to look for in our movies today. And so we need to mark those and highlight those. Let's review as a class what they are, and maybe try to pick in advance what it looks like to keep that part of the baptismal covenant. And then we're into movie time. And so we're going to watch a movie, and we're going to have students identify which part of the baptismal covenant did you see operating in this. And do you think that was hard? Do you think that was easy? Have you seen any examples similar to that in our day and time of somebody keeping the baptismal covenant in that way? And so we do the first one and say that was great. Now we're going to do the second one. Let's do the same thing. We're going to critique this one. What are the baptismal covenants being kept? Or even what are the blessings? Do you see any of the blessings received in this particular video? And we do it again. And so this is kind of a fun, it's a movie day, we're critiquing, but as we're doing so, we're talking about the baptismal covenant, what it looks like, how we could live it. I do like the ending here where we say, okay, that's them, we're watching examples, let's get to us. This is the relevance part that was in the call-out box at the top of the lesson. So let's choose at least one of the promises we make that stands out, that you want to do a little bit better with. And Here's some questions to think about. Take some time to record in your journal. And so this is a personal time for students kind of ending, looking at their own lives, their own experiences with the baptismal covenant. I think this could be a fun day. It's a little different lens if we use the movie watching lens, but we're looking at the verses at the specifics of the covenant. Hopefully students are coming to see what those mean, what they look like, and getting some application of what they want to do to be more like what Alma taught in these verses. Have a great time with this lesson. Thanks for all that you do to end strong in the wonderful month of May.